And welcome back, folks, to our final lesson for debugging, which we have to talk about is assertion checks. So getting started, an assertion is a statement that tells something about the state of your program. An assertion must be a statement that is either true or false, and it should be true, assuming there are no mistakes in your program. An easy way to do this is we can put comments in our code. So let's say int n equals 0, sum equals 0. I'm going to comment. Say n is equal to 0, and sum equals 0. Well, n is less than 100, n plus plus, sum plus n, sum equals 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus n, so we know at the end sum is all the numbers added up to 100. Now, if we use assertions in Java, there's actually a special statement to check whether an assertion is true, which is just assert and then the Boolean expression. If you run your program, one of the following will occur. If the assertion check is true, nothing will happen. And your program is just going to run as normal. Now, if the assertion check is false, the program will end and output an error message saying that the assertion failed. Let's look at the code again now, but we're going to put an assertion in instead of comments. And you can see that first comment line has been changed to assert, parentheses, num or n equals 0, and sum equals 0. Everything else is identical. Now, real briefly, let's discuss assertion checking versus assertion commenting. Because you'll notice on the previous slide, we did not convert all our comments into assertions, just the first one. And this is because not all comments can be written as assertion checks. The other two comments in our code are not easily written as Boolean expressions. While it's not impossible to do, it's far more complicated than the code that we are checking. Because if you look here, sum equals 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way up to n, it's really much harder to check that using a Boolean expression. Whereas this one we already had established off the get-go. If you look at our original code, we had n equals 0 and sum equals 0, just to start off. Alright, so it's very easy to test that. And here's your self-test question, folks. I want you to write an assertion check that checks to see if the value of the variable time is less than or equal to the value of the variable limit. Both variables are of type int. And that concludes the notes, folks. Until next time.